Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Danganronpa 2 with me, Phantom Zwei. When we last left off, we had finished Chapter 4, and are now heading into another chapter. We don't have a title yet. There is all kinds of stuff going on. We did figure out who killed Nekomaru. But I gotta imagine we're approaching probably the last 2 or 3 trials of the game. But of course, we haven't. We're probably a long way away from a trial again, I guess I should say. But, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm very interested to see how this plays out, especially with Danganronpa 3 now in the horizon. It's taken me a really long time to go through this game. So let's continue. After being released from the funhouse, we went back to living our less than ordinary lives. And just like before, our day began with all of us gathering at the restaurant. You know, every time we meet up here, it makes me realize just how crazy this whole situation is. The restaurant certainly feels more spacious than before. Of course it feels spacious. There's less than half of us here now than there was at the beginning. Stupid fool, get it together. Huh? Did you hear something? It's Nekomaru. That was Coach Nekomaru's voice.
Huh?
What are you talking about? He's no longer... What are you laughing about? I'll beat the crap out of you if you keep grossing me out like that. Hey, that's not cool. I was up all night working my fingers to the bone. More importantly, I'm starting to get tired of the seasonings in the restaurant. Seriously, I'm starting to realize how valuable Teru Teru was. Ah, don't ignore me! I'm trying to talk to you about something important. Important? This! Took me all night to make it. Is that a Nekomaru doll? I'm no doll. Mini-Maru. Mini-Maru? I took some parts from him to make it. What do you think? Awesome quality, right? Of course, it doesn't have free will or anything, so it's more like, a toy. But isn't it freaking adorable? Oh! It's so cute! Thanks, I'll keep it. Huh? I never said anything about giving it away. Don't be so stuck up. Your stuff is my stuff, right? Whoa, hey now, that's a bully's logic. Well, it doesn't matter. I made this to cheer you guys up anyway. And as long as we have it, we won't forget, about Nekomaru's sacrifice for us. We're standing here today because of him. So if we're gonna prevent something like that from ever happening again, I guess we gotta fight too, right? We can't just keep running away. Gotta admit, never thought I'd hear you say something that awesome. Of course. In the end, Gundam told us to never give up on life. So I will never give up. I shall fight until the very end. Gundam, please watch over me. Miss Sonia? What did you think? What did you think of my little pep talk? Oh, did you say something? Well, I was up all night memorizing that speech. And there's the punchline. I really like this. Thanks, Kazuichi. I'm only half as happy to be thanked by you. Oh, by the way, you can also use that to massage your sore muscles and pressure points. Are you serious? That's amazing. Of course, I made it after all. Seriously, thanks. I'll take good care of it. Akane looks really happy. Anyway, what happened to Nagito? I haven't seen him like I usually do. You don't have to worry about that guy. He goes solo all the friggin' time. But still, I'm worried about how he was acting during the last class trial. Well, he's always been a dangerous bastard, but he's crossed the line, That's even more reason we should avoid him. But if we do avoid him, what are you going to do if he approaches us? Nagito's sudden change was really weird. I wonder, did he figure something out that we're not aware of? Anyway, Hajime, isn't it about time you told us what that was all about? Huh? That? You know, what Nagito said during the trial. He kind of spelled it out several times, but... You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course. What did he mean by, except for Hajime? Are you really the traitor after all? No, it's not like that. I didn't really want to say it, but I guess I have no choice. To tell you guys the truth, unlike the rest of you, well, apparently I was never a part of Hope's Peak Academy's primary department. I'm a reserve course student from the reserve department. Reserve department? It means, unlike you guys, I don't have an ultimate talent at all. Apparently, I'm just a normal person. Is that all? What, that's it? Dude, don't ever scare me like that. It's not something I can just brush off, especially since it's about me. I thought I just forgot. I thought I got into Hope's Peak Academy because I had talent all along. But, shit! My whole life, I just wanted to feel confident about myself. And I thought getting into Hope's Peak Academy meant I finally had become someone I could be proud of. Not some fucking backup student. Cheer up, Hajime. It doesn't matter if you're from the reserve department. She's right. No matter what, you're our friend. You know, there's a saying in Japan. Fear is grateful for the danger. The hell? You're saying that all wrong. So everyone was here. Wow. She's in bad shape. Hi. It was a real close battle. I apologize. I was trying to cheer you up, but I ended up saying the wrong thing. Well, it doesn't matter. Stuff is just hard to say sometimes. Huh? That's weird. Maybe you can't see me? Whoa, what the heck? You're covered in blood. Ah, you saw me. Yes, that's right. The Mono Beast this time was very strong. Gross, don't get close to me. Get out of here. No gratitude. I'm being treated like filth. Hey, why don't you clean that blood off? We're trying to eat. Ah, yes. I'm ashamed of myself. There we go! Now then, allow me to report to you all once again. After a fierce battle that's never been seen in history, I'm finally succeeding in conquering the last Mono Beast. Because of this, it's finally possible for you to travel to the final island. I see. What a thin reaction! It's like I'm surrounded by tons of shabu-shabu from an all-you-can-eat restaurant. I know. Don't tell me. This again? You're gonna say stuff like, it's not like we can get off this island. Why bother going to the new island? Well, it's true I don't really expect much. But who said we weren't gonna go? Obviously we're gonna go, dumbass. 1 second here. Alrighty. Assuming we're thinking about running away was a mistake. Because if we can't run, we'll fight. I'll crush everyone who puts us through this crap in one blow. Fight? Seriously? That fearsome group is called World Ender for a reason, you know. Why, you... Did you forget what you said earlier? Dumbass, I only said that because I was trying to impress Miss Sonia. Don't brag about that. If you have the power to fight among yourselves, then direct that power towards our enemies. Now then, let us go forth. Offense is the best defense. You're right. Now's not the time for us to be bickering. I don't really get it, but when Miss Sonia talks like that, my blood starts to boil. Alright, I'm getting pumped up. Let's charge our way to that new island. Future Foundation, Monokuma, Monami, I'll crush all of them at once. Even me? You guys seem reliable. Hey, don't talk like you're not included. You're our friend too, you know. You're right. And I gotta do my best too. As we left the restaurant, the expressions on our faces were clearly different than they were before. They were filled with strong will and determination. Armed with that, we began walking towards the last island. But the clouds in my heart still lingered. I couldn't stop thinking about the reserved apartment, and that filled me with this strange, uncomfortable feeling, like a small bone was lodged in my throat. But I tried not to think about it. I tried to stay focused on moving forward. Smile at hope in the name of despair. Huh. With the Mono Beast gone, we finally crossed the 5th bridge and arrived at the final island. Wow. Enormous buildings towered everywhere, as if the entire island were one gigantic city. It felt very sci-fi, as though the island was a snapshot of an urban metropolis from the near future. Weird, man. Okay. Street vendor. Or vendor street, rather. Eating cup ramen. Wasn't very hidden, but hey, I'll take it. I was wondering who was lured here by the smell. I expected Akane, though, not you. I wasn't lured by the smell or anything. It looks like this street is full of food vendors. But as you can see, there's no customers or staff. Only the food is here. Normally, a street like this would be bustling with activity, but there's no one here. It's actually pretty creepy to think about. Alright. Let's go ahead and keep moving forward. What the heck? What the heck? What a factory. Plushie factory, okay. Okay, we have Chiaki. White smoke is billowing from the building in the back. Is this some kind of factory? But if it's got Monokuma's face on it, I'm sure it's a shady factory anyway. Ah, Hajime, good timing. What's up, Chiaki? This building clearly looks suspicious, right? I was thinking it might be good if I thoroughly look around inside, but since it clearly looks suspicious, I thought it'd be dangerous to go alone. Then do you want to go inside together? I'm surprised you didn't say okay. Why are you hesitating? You're still unsure. It might be better if I go inside first. I wonder if she doesn't trust us. You're the kind of person who waits until the very end to eat their favorite food, aren't you? How could you tell? And that's actually very true of me. I like to eat my favorite foods first. So instead of the warehouse, let's start with the factory. I guess you're right. You know, I didn't think about that kind of comparison, but they actually pinned my psychology down pretty well there. Alright, then I'm going inside. Wow. What the heck is this? What was being manufactured one after the other and being carried away on a conveyor belt was Monokuma. The conveyor belt is endlessly moving through this enormous machine. The coconut tree carried by the conveyor belt is processed and eventually made into this stupid thing. Okay. The Monokumas are being tossed into this gigantic basket, one after the other. They better not be real. I picked one up with my hand. I see, so these are plushies. Monokuma plushies. Ah, the real Monokuma is sort of like a plushie too. But unlike him, these are probably actual plushies. Ha! Isn't the resemblance uncanny? They're my life-size plushies. Life-size plushies? I was planning to hit the big time with these. That's why I'm making them like crazy. I'm gonna be rich! But you made way too many. You're gonna be overstocked when it's all said and done. Monokuma's life-size plushie. I don't want it. I see. So this place is for manufacturing life-size Monokuma plushies. What kind of messed up place is this? Don't look down on me! Do you really think it's just for life-size plushies? There's a lot more Monokuma merch in the goods warehouse next door. What should we do? Honestly, I really don't feel like going. What if there's some kind of important clue? What are you gonna do? You're right, then we should go there for just a little while. Agreed. She's just blankly staring at the machine. Looks like she's taken aback too. Well, that's obvious, I suppose. Watching simple machines like this reminds me of games. Games? Like this one game where you try to put caps on pins, or another game where you try to guess a person's gender. Is that even fun? Alright, break room. Looks like the break room is on the other side of this door. It sounds like a place for housewives to gossip, but it doesn't seem like there's anyone at this factory. Then we're out of here. Okay, goods warehouse. Without thinking, I peeked into the piled up stacks of cardboard boxes. There's a Monokuma calendar, a Monokuma sandbag, and even a Monokuma guitar. First, there was the Monokuma archive in the funhouse. Now there's a plushie factory and all these goods. How full of himself is he? Mascot popularity doesn't last forever. I gotta earn the big bucks while I can. A mascot that isn't popular anymore is like a piece of candy without any sugar. In other words, it has no reason for existing. He's starting to talk even crazier. This looks like a Monokuma panel. But why so many? I was thinking about using these to decorate all the stores that sell my merch, make them look all boom. Then they'd stand out, you know? No store would sell your stuff. Of course not, you're such a fool. That's why I'll open an official Monokuma shop. I'm thinking about opening chains all over the world. Of course, the main attraction will be my life-size Monokuma plushie. I can't believe you thought that far into the future when you made these. Your business is doomed to fail.
Enough already! You have no business sense anyway, so just stop it!
Hey, don't say that. Let's do our best together. We'll be as popular as Pogs were in the 90s.
Don't you remember how long those stayed popular? Besides, if you're serious about opening a business, you've already committed a major mistake. Because there's no merch of me!
Oh, mon ami, my little sister. Don't you know the Aesop's fable about the rabbit and the bear?
Not a tortoise?
A long, long time ago, there were these two old guys.
Two old guys living together?
The old guys thought rabbits aren't as popular as bears. The end.
Huh? Did you even need those old guys in that story?
So even if I made the merch of you, it's pointless. Half-pink rabbit is so lame. You don't even have 1 ounce of good fashion sense.
You did this to me. You're the one who has no fashion sense.
But honestly, I can't help but feel like I might have made too many panels. So whoever wants to decorate the room, please do it as much as you like. Come on, what are you waiting for? Hajime, let's run. You're right. We ran out of the warehouse, narrowly avoiding Monokuma's plan for inventory disposal. Wow. It's like you just got tired. Yeah, you're right. There are never hints in obviously suspicious places. Anyone who looks obviously suspicious isn't the killer. That's usually the norm. Well, she's right about that. Oops. Well, I think we covered everywhere there anyway. I should double check, but when I pushed R, it popped up with a few options. Okay, yeah, so we did go to the warehouse and the plushie factory. Alright, so we should be done here. In theory. Military base? Jabberwock Army, huh? That thing over there. Is that a tank? Is it real? Not just that, there's a lot of other stuff here that looks really dangerous. Man, this place is boring. Boring? What are you talking about? There's a tank here. Huh? I like strong dudes. Weapons don't excite me at all. A real man fights with his fists. That goes for women, too. You want to battle a little? If you can win, you can rest on my boob pillows. No thanks. Boob pillows? Okay, let's take a look at the helicopter. This helicopter. Is this the helicopter Monokuma used to execute Teru Teru? This helicopter. Don't screw with me! Ow. Hajime, what happened? It's nothing. I'm fine. I couldn't help punching it, but I just ended up hurting my fist. Damn it, I'm so weak. Well, I don't think anyone can punch a helicopter and destroy it, so... yeah. Okay, so Sonia, tank, and truck. This appears to be a military base. Is that so? Despite the fact that this island is quite small, the military technology here seems rather extensive. These might prove useful for when the time comes to combat the future Foundation. Useful? There's no way we'd be able to operate stuff like tanks and heavy weapons. Huh? Really? In my country, even a child in grade school can operate a tank, no problemo. No problemo? A course in modern warfare is a required class in all of our grade schools. An obsession with anime, and now this? Sonia's country never ceases to baffle me. However, weapons are only weapons when humans start to use them. If no one uses them, they're nothing more than scrap metal. You're right. Unfortunately, this stuff in the base probably won't be useful to us. No, that is wrong. Huh? Well, I have discovered a puzzling document in the tank operator's seat. That's the Future Foundation's insignia. Jabberwock Island Development Plan. What is this? I assume it belongs to Monokuma and was placed rather ostentatiously. I do not know how much we can trust it. Do you think it could be a useful clue? Monokuma probably did leave it. Just like you said, it's hard to know how much we can trust it. So, what does it say? Beyond what is written here, I do not know much. But it does document Jabberwock Island's redevelopment plan at considerable length. What is that plan? To place Jabberwock Island under the Future Foundation's control and prepare it as a central headquarters. A central headquarters for the Future Foundation? I thought Jabberwock Island was a tourist destination. Why would the Future Foundation be interested in it? In actuality, there was something written in here that caught my attention. The travel agency that mentioned Jabberwock Island went bankrupt, so the island was uninhabited for a long time. Because of that, the island was unaffected by the incident, which allowed them to easily gain a foothold. Wait, hold on. This place was uninhabited for a long time? If that's true, the maintenance here has been way too attentive. The items at the supermarket are always stocked, and the hotel is still really clean. Could the Future Foundation, that be their Future Foundation's responsibility? But more importantly, what's the incident? What does it mean by the island was unaffected by it? I cannot discern that from this passage alone. Simply reading this will not help me grasp what those words mean. However, there's one more thing that caught my attention. There's more? Do you remember the guidebook to Jabberwock Island in the library? It was written there that the central island houses a large administrative building. However, we could not find that building anywhere. We even commented on how strange that was, right? But according to this plan, the building that the Future Foundation is planning to use for their headquarters, could it be that same building? They are planning to rebuild it and use it as the Future Foundation's headquarters, or so it is written. What the heck? It's so inconsistent. How do you rebuild a building that doesn't even exist? Damn it, what the hell's going on? We were so distracted by all the horrible situations that kept happening one after the other. We might have overlooked a more pressing issue, and that is the mystery of this island. But what's really going on? This mystery doesn't make any sense. No matter how much we think about it, there's no reason behind it. But I'm sure we'll have to unravel that mystery before the end, so... It's a military truck. There's something in the cargo box. Firearms, and a ton of them. There's a lot of different weapons, like guns and anti-tank rockets, carelessly stacked in here. Is it really alright to handle these carelessly? We've got this tank. This is a tank, right? Is it real? Can it move? And I think that's it. Looks like it has an engine inside, but I don't even know how to drive. And besides, it's not like I can escape this island by driving off of it. Alright, that's it for the, military base. Do we have anything else? I don't think we've seen Kazuichi, right? Probably here. Sea King Industries. Wow. There's a bunch of strange machines lined up in all directions. It feels very sci-fi. Whoa, is that a Mono Beast? Sea King Industries. Huh? They're a company that specializes in manufacturing electronic insulation and other machine parts. They're a mid-sized company with only 100 employees, but they're the biggest corporation on Jabberwock Island. And this place looks like a research facility. For a mid-sized company, this is a pretty nice facility. I guess so. I only read about them in a pamphlet next to the reception desk. Besides, the size of the company isn't the issue here. This company obviously doesn't make machine parts, so just what the heck are they making here? He's right. It's like they're making something more dangerous. Seems like this might be, or it might be a good idea to thoroughly investigate this place. Okay. Hint, hint. Look around at everything. Not that there's much to see, there's only 2 things on the floor. This machine is making another machine. The finished product looks like it's modeled after a 4-legged animal. The Mono Beasts. Hey, doesn't that animal looking machine remind you of anything? Are you talking about the Mono Beasts? Is there any chance that those Mono Beasts were created here? The Mono Beasts were created here? Yep, that's what this place is for. No matter how much you insist it's a game, people won't be convinced if a place like this doesn't exist, right? That's why it's just fine. What the hell did he mean by that? He was breaking the 4th wall. He wasn't making any sense at all. Doesn't matter who's convinced, because I'll never be convinced. I mean, This place is for manufacturing machine parts. Why are they able to create such a dangerous robot in a place like this? Does this mean Monokuma took over this place and modified it to do this? Damn it, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. This automated machine looks like it's making something. What the heck? It's like it's making a human. Like, or you know, an android, rather, I guess. The wires kind of remind me of Nagito. But, yeah. Is it a mannequin? It's a humanoid machine. Is that a robot? Seriously, how can they make robots? Hey, just how far did the technology advance without me noticing? Do you think Nekomaru was made here? It's a similar humanoid robot. It's possible, maybe. But why would a company that manufactures machine parts have access to this kind of technology? I don't know. Maybe this place is somehow connected to the Future Foundation too? Hey, Kazuichi, get a hold of yourself. Huh? Why? Why? Because you just started laughing all of a sudden. Well, obviously, what else am I gonna do except laugh? I mean, it's so childish. What are you talking about? Well, there's a computer over there, so I started snooping around to see if I could find any clues. Whoever was using this computer must have been sending emails to his buddy or something. He was probably trying to write a manga or something. He sent one of his story ideas to his buddy. It was such a horrible, delusional story. I was so embarrassed to read it gave me goosebumps. Delusional story. So, what was written in the email, anyway? Well, I'll start with the idea for the story. Apparently, global riots are occurring in various regions around the world. And these riots were caused by high school students. I mean, seriously, that's not realistic at all. So these riots just keep growing as people grow more dissatisfied and frustrated with society. Until eventually, it spreads like an infectious disease all over the world. Footage of the riots start getting circulated, and strange incidents start occurring one after another. A hopeless anxiety instantly spreads throughout the world, as the end of the world gets closer and closer. End of the world? I know, right? Sounds like something a lame high school band would think of as a song title. Whoever wrote this needs to come up with better story ideas, because it wasn't realistic at all. I mean, students causing a riot on that scale is totally impossible. I never believe it for a second. But I learned a valuable lesson. I should always delete embarrassing emails right away. Hey, about that. Are you sure it's okay to say that's just a made-up story? Of course. I mean, unrealistic things might happen in real life from time to time, but there's no way this is real. It's more impossible than a notebook that kills people just by writing in it. Death Note. You're right. It's just a lot of unimaginable things have kept happening to us, so maybe I'm getting a little confused. But the world ending? There's no way something so unbelievable could actually happen. Well, at any rate, it's clear now, isn't it? What's clear? This used to be Sea King Industries, but it's not anymore. After this island became uninhabited, Monokuma took over this place and modified it without permission. He did all this just to shock us. That's the reason? It's not so weird. The whole time he's been doing similar stuff to us. But why? Maybe there's a bunch of crazy rich dudes who are into this stuff. They're the ones who are making us kill each other. Those bastards get off on watching kids kill each other. Wait, hold on. Now that I said it out loud, that's actually a terrible assumption. I mean, if that's true, then our fates are in the hands of those rich perverted bastards. That sounds like something that would happen in a work of fiction. But the thought of it actually happening in reality is definitely unsettling. Okay, we're out of here.
Yo.
Hey, Hajime, I was looking for you. What's up, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah.
I was thinking you probably finished exploring this island by now. You're right, I think I've explored everywhere at least once now. Then do you want to meet up with everyone else and discuss things? Yeah, I don't mind. I figured it'd be annoying if we all went back to the hotel for this. But there's a street nearby lined with food vendors, so I told everyone to meet up there. I'm heading over there now. Hurry up and come over. After letting me know, Fuyuhiko left the area. He actually took time to tell everyone about that, huh? Well, now's not really the time to be impressed by something like that. It'd be bad to make the others wait. I should hurry over to the street with the food stands. Okay, here we go. Alright, looks like everyone's here. Huh? What about Nagito? Who cares? It's not like he's our friend or anything. I couldn't get in touch with him. I don't know where the hell he is or what he's doing. So how'd it go? Did you learn anything about the Future Foundation? Not really. Like, I feel like I learned stuff, but I also feel like I didn't learn anything. It's not clear which information we found is believable, if any. However, I believe there's no question that the Future Foundation is behind everything that's been going on. Are we sure about that? Huh? What are you saying? If they're not our enemy, then what are they? If they're our ally, there's no way they'd trap us on this island. That's true, but there's something I've been thinking about. Monami works for the Future Foundation, right? She pretty much admitted it by this point. But even though Monokuma's forcing us to kill each other, Monami's been opposing him. You mean pretending to oppose him, right? No, I don't think she's pretending. They clearly hate each other. And then it's possible that the enemy of our enemy is actually an ally. Because frankly, because the Future Foundation has been linked basically to Hope's Peak through, because I wasn't the Future Foundation on the book that had the profiles. So I assume that basically, somehow, Makoto, Byakuya, Toko, Kyoko, everyone from, the original game are somehow linked to the Future Foundation. So I have to assume that in the end, eventually, they're going to be our allies. But that's just my assumption. Even if they both oppose one another, is it not possible that they are both our enemy? Like a three-way battle. That's kinda hot. Why, after all this time, are you suddenly backing up the Future Foundation? Are you talking like that because you're actually the traitor that's working for them? Don't be a fucking idiot. No way, you're clearly suspicious. I mean, if you don't... Kazuichi Soda, shut up! Yes! There was never a traitor. Monokuma lied to us. Lied? It is simply a false entity that Monokuma made up, so that we would be suspicious of each other. How can you not believe in your friends after everything we've endured together? Weak. How weak. Instead of facing the problem directly and overcoming it, you're desperately trying to run away. That weakness is hopeless. Nagito. Nagito, where have you been this whole time? I wonder where your thought process wandered off to. As usual, you guys keep running around in circles. What are you, hamsters? Oops, if I compare you guys to hamsters, will I get yelled at by the weakling who dropped out? What is that? You asked where I've been this whole time, right? Well, I was in the middle of looking for someone. Looking for someone. I thought that person might have already arrived, but I guess I was wrong. Or maybe that person is hiding in a secret location and carefully watching us. Hey, who are you talking about? Are you saying there's someone else on this island besides us? It's probably the survivor of the killing school life. Huh? If so, a lot of things might start adding up, don't you think? Are you talking about Byakuya? He's the survivor you're talking about, right? Huh? Oh, I see. You guys have only researched that stage. What stage? You're not making sense at all. Not making sense. But still, if you think about it properly, you might be able to figure it out. Why would Byakuya, a survivor of the killing school life, die in vain like he did at the very beginning? Don't you think it's strange? What does that mean? The issue is not with what he means. Please take back what you said about Byakuya dying in vain. Yeah, listen to Miss Sonia. You've been acting very strange lately. I do not like this version of Nagito we've been witness to. I don't like it either. Well, I never liked you in the first place. Huh, looks like I'm being hated. Well, that's understandable. There's no way you guys can even comprehend my suffering. Knowing the truth can be pretty painful in its own way. The truth? What truth? What do you know? Curious, are you? But why don't I tell you guys after we found out who the traitor is? Huh? To tell you the truth, I still haven't figured out who the traitor is. But it won't take me very long. And you guys don't have to worry. I'll weed out the traitor, even if it costs me my life. You're going to weed out the traitor? As I've already said, there is no traitor. I'll bet in the end you're actually going to raise your hand and go, I'm actually the traitor, right? You're a funny guy, Kazuichi. But why don't I tell you guys that after we found out who the traitor is? If I'm able to wipe out all the despair on this island, will I? Will I become the ultimate hope? Ultimate hope? What the hell are you talking about? Have you finally lost your damn mind? Now then, I should get going. But if you see Monokuma again, there's something I want you to tell him. Tell him he doesn't need to provide a motive anymore. Huh? Tell him not to worry, because I'm planning to go all out. Besides, the next one will probably be the last. Nagito, what does that mean? Bye. So Nagito is... He's planning to orchestrate a crime, even if whether he's going to make it so that he is set up to be killed, or set up someone to kill and just manipulate the scene. He's definitely going to orchestrate things. Nagito ignored Chiaki's question and left us. We were powerless to stop him. It was clear to us that trying to stop him would just be useless. I don't want to think about it, but could he be planning a kill? A kill? Who? Who's he gonna kill? Based on how he was talking, looks like his target is the traitor. There is no such person. I mean, the notion that one of us has been deceiving us all along. I will never ever believe that. Like Sonia said, I can't believe it either. I don't think either or any of us could do that. Like, what if it's Nagito? Or what if whoever it is has forgotten about it? What if the traitor has forgotten that they're the traitor? Just like I forgot how I don't have any talent. Or a talent, rather. Well, regardless of who he's targeting, there's a high chance he's planning to kill, right? Then we gotta tie him up again. Forcing him to stop is the only way. It's impossible. Nekomaru's not even here anymore. I've got what it takes to deal with someone as weak as him. I'm here too. Then that's a yes, right? Just leave it to me. Once I come up with a plan, we'll meet up again. Tie up Nagito, huh? Kazuichi is right. It's dangerous to let Nagito wander freely. We're being cautious. We have to act fast. But what is this indescribable anxiousness I'm feeling? I hope it just means I'm thinking too much. Well, excuse me. For the time being, we decided to finish our exploration of the final island and return to the hotel. It was already dark by the time we returned to the hotel. Alrighty. Man, we have lost a lot of people. That's us, right? Yeah. For some reason, I'm really tired today. Well, since I walked around all day today, I was able to obtain several clues. Although I'm not really certain if you can even call those, these clues. Instead, I feel like we're just suffering from more mysteries that don't make sense. This isn't good. As soon as nighttime hits, I can't stop thinking all these pessimistic thoughts. This might be a bad habit of mine. I should just get some sleep for today, rest my mind for a while, and then I'll give this more thought tomorrow. Monokuma Theater, it's been a while. Words are extremely dangerous. Unlike letters, words cannot be undone with erasers or with a backspace. That's why you need to be extremely careful. The same goes for me. There was a time in my past when I went through a lot of trouble because of that. That's right, when I was being trained at the safari park. At the time, there were two animals at the park that I got along with. One was a squirrel named Sir Dietrich, and the other was a fox named Cha-Cha Jr. To be honest, Cha-Cha Jr. was really stupid. If a female employee tried to have a serious talk with him, he just stared at her boobs the whole time. That's why Sir Dietrich would order him to steal panties. And that idiot would get real happy when he exchanged the panties he stole for Dietrich's old undies. Also, this one time, the three of us went to a steakhouse, and the waiter asked, "How would you like it cooked?" Cha-Cha Jr. proudly said, "With fire." So, Senior Dietrich was pretty crafty. He knew how to play Cha-Cha Jr. He made Cha-Cha Jr. aqueduct a fawn and drown it. Then he saved that drowning fawn himself. And he made Cha-Cha Jr. tell everyone about it. Man, he did some real shady things. Anyway, the three of us were getting along together. We were living a fun life in the safari park. And that's right, until the day I ended up saying those words. I accidentally said this to Cha-Cha Jr. Foxes are squirrels' natural enemies. The next day, I stumbled across what was left of Dietrich Sr. He'd been eaten. Good thing I immediately tattled to a male employee so that he could put down Cha-Cha Jr. with a hunting rifle. Even now, I regret saying what I said back then. Geez, squirrels have it rough. They have so many natural enemies. Wow. Alright, before we hop into the next day, this is where I'm going to call an end to today's episode. So, as always, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.